Join us as we take a ride on Amtrak's most popular train, the Northeast Regional. We'll travel from New Haven, Connecticut, down the Northeast Corridor to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in business class. I'm Ralph from Ralph's Trip Reports, and welcome to this week's video. So what's up? I am here at New Haven Union Station, about ready to head home. I am about to get on a Northeast Regional back to Philadelphia. Alright, so the train should be here shortly and we'll be getting on our way to Philadelphia. The station was built in 1920 for the New York, New Haven, and Hartford Railroad. Currently, the station sees service from Amtrak, Metro North, and CT Rail. And here comes our train. Leading us down to Philadelphia today is ACS 64, number 658. We quickly depart New Haven as we are now operating about 10 minutes late. And welcome on board. We are now heading back to Philly on the Northeast Regional. You know, I didn't really know this until a few weeks ago, so this is something I didn't share in my last video, but this is actually Amtrak's most ridden route as far as ridership. The most ridership in the network is this train. I can see why, because it's packed. A lot of seats are taken even on a Saturday, and last I checked it was at least $100 today to get a ticket on this train, so it's crazy. But anyway, we're on our way to Philly. We should be there hopefully at 7:30 because I have a connection at 7:50 to New Jersey Transit. We'll see if we make it. So, with thanks to a conductor, they added a business class car at the front of the train that's not business class, so free upgrade. As we passed through Stamford, I headed for the cafe car before they closed. Tonight, I went for my absolute favorite item, the white Vermont cheddar mac and cheese. At just under $8, this is an excellent value for your money and absolutely delicious. I'd highly recommend. If you are traveling in business class, your ticket also comes with complimentary non-alcoholic beverages, coffees, and teas. Also, on all Northeast Corridor trains, the cafe car usually closes once the train reaches New Rochelle and won't reopen until approximately Metro Park in New Jersey.
The next station will be Penn Station. Right now, Penn Station is 25 minutes away.
And now let's take a look at the seats. Each passenger has an overhead luggage rack for luggage and reading lights. Coming down onto the seat, we see the massively sized tray table with enough room to eat or drink and work on. Below that, we have the footrest. These seats are very comfortable and I think are worth the extra upgrade if you can get it for a cheap price. If you're traveling on the Northeast Regional or a short distance on a Amtrak train. However, if you are traveling on a longer train, such as the Pennsylvanian or Palmetto, I would actually recommend booking coach over business class. And we are now getting ready to pass over the main highlight of our trip, the Hell's Gate Bridge. This bridge was constructed in 1917 and carries the Northeast Corridor over the East River between the Bronx and Queens. We are in for a treat this evening as we are approaching New York City right at sunset. Look at these views of Manhattan with the setting sun in the background. Fantastic. We then enter Queens and meet up with the Long Island Railroad's main line. This takes the Long Island Railroad and the Amtrak's Northeast Corridor into either Penn Station or the Long Island Railroad into Grand Central Madison at Grand Central Terminal. After that, we head into the tunnel, under the East River, and into Moynihan Train Hall. We have about 10 minutes as the conductors and engineers change, so let's take a look at the restroom. Even being this far into the trip, the restroom was still pretty clean, which is a good thing. So what's up? We're about halfway through our journey to Philly. We've got about another hour and a half to go. It's going good so far. I really like getting the free upgrade to business class without having to pay for it. That is always nice. Everything's going good. Seats comfortable. Leg room's nice. Would I pay for this though? Probably not. There's not really that much to differ this from coach on this train now. There is a difference though on some trains that you take if you get business class, and you can find the half business, half cafe in a 1-2 configuration. That's what I would take, but I'll take the free upgrade any day of the week. So let's head back to the seat and continue on. We should be in Philly shortly. We did catch up, by the way, before I go. So we have made it into New York right on time. So fingers crossed I'll be able to make my connection. Let's see.
To a seat, so please make sure that you're also sitting in the correct seat. In front of the business class is the quiet car, ladies and gentlemen. You will see the quiet car. The lights are dimmed. Our next station stop will be downtown Newark, New Jersey, Penn Station in approximately 13 minutes. Newark, New Jersey, Penn Station will be next.
Departing Manhattan, we come out of the tunnel and into New Jersey. We pass by Secaucus Junction and over the Portal Bridge, which gives us some more amazing views of Manhattan at sunset.
We're now arriving. This is Newark Liberty Airport. Please watch and step as you stepping off the train.
And at least I have some entertainment tonight as the Phillies are in the postseason. Maybe they'll make it to the World Series. Well, that didn't happen.
Next station stop will be Metro Park Avenue, New Jersey.
After Metro Park, we really put the pedal to the metal, especially between New Brunswick and Trenton, where the engineer kept our train at almost 125 miles an hour for the whole stretch. This is looking good. Maybe I'll actually make my connection. Hello, well, it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter. We are now running about 15 minutes late, and my connection time is dwindling. But the good thing is this engineers had the throttle all the way up. We were doing 125 for almost that whole section from Metro Park to Trenton. So let's see. As we reach Philadelphia, some final thoughts. I thought the business class seat was actually pretty comfortable. And if I could get it for the right price for a longer trip, let's say Philly to Boston, I would maybe consider upgrading. But I would never pay the full price for a business class ticket, as I think the coach seats are just as comfortable with maybe a little less legroom. However, if you're traveling the whole length of the Northeast Corridor and can get it for a good rate, business class may actually be a good thing. Since I was mainly worried about my connection this evening, I forgot to grab some footage of Philadelphia on our arrival. So, here's some footage from my previous Northeast Regional video of us arriving into Philadelphia. Well, it's going to come down to about 3 minutes at 30th Street. So I'm going to try to position myself in the center of the train to get off as quickly as we can. But it's going to be close. So just so you're aware, I'm trying to make an Atlantic City Line train at 7:50. It is now 7:47 and we're about to pull in. So it's not likely, but I'm going to give it every shot. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Did I make my connection? We'll find out in just a moment. First, join us next week as I continue my series on the Northeast Corridor, riding New Jersey Transit's most popular commuter line, the Northeast Corridor Line. We'll ride from Hamilton to New York City and back to see what makes this train unique and travel at speeds of up to 100 miles an hour. Join us next Sunday at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific for that video, only here on Ralph's Trip Reports. Now, the moment of truth. Did I make my connection? Thanks so much for watching. God bless, and I'll see you next time.